Hi, it's Ian. Good afternoon. It's time for the July sales report. But first, is it just me or where did the heat go? August 3rd and whew, a little bit fresh today. Anyways, we're going to do the report. We're going to talk about what's sold and some thoughts on where we're going to go between now and as we head, just kind of race towards September, don't we? Let's start off with months of inventory. Now, remember, we defined the months of inventory as the number of homes sold divided by the number for sale. And I've gone back 4 months so you can see April, May, June, and July, and I'll explain these numbers. So in April, remember, there was just hardly anything for sale. Buyers still all over the place, 1.4 months of inventory. That means it's going to take that long to sell all the houses. May, it went up to 2, June, 2.5, and now we're at 4.3 months of inventory. By the way, that means only 81 single family homes sold in the month of July. To put that in perspective, last year 140 sold in the same time period. 81 is actually the second lowest. Actually, it could be the lowest in 20 years. So that is quite a significant decline. And we know why. And we're not surprised, right? Interest rates going up and up and up, and maybe one more time. We're going to see about that. And inflation and gas prices, at $1.89 a liter. It's interesting, isn't it, how $1.89 seems pretty good when we were paying $2.20. Anyways, we're off topic there, but that means we're kind of in a balanced market right now, heading towards a buyer's market. A buyer's market is where we have 5 months of inventory or more. It's going to take more than 5 months. And that means there are going to be more homes for sale than there are buyers. And so we're going to talk about what to expect with that. What about the average price here? Well, we're going to see again April, May, June, and July. And the prices here are quite sticky, is the term that we use. They're not dropping dramatically at this point. You see, in April, we were at 933,000 for an average price, then 895 in May, June, 883, and July, $878,000. So really not big drops, but the number of homes sold declined first, and then the prices tend to follow after that. Talking to some folks on the mainland about what's going on there outside of Vancouver, Langley, those areas, seeing more price reductions. So, what can we expect here? And this is what I've written down. More of the same, frankly, between now and August and September. I don't see any big change coming really in the market. We are expecting another interest rate hike, hopefully the last one, as they work to get inflation down, wrestle that down. More subject to sale offers. Let's talk about that for a second. If you have your home for sale right now, you should expect to get an offer that's subject to the sale of another house. And some homeowners are just discounting that right away. Forget it, I want an all cash buyer. We all want all cash buyers, but the reality in this kind of market, we're going to see more and more and more subject to sale. And that's not necessarily a bad thing for you as a homeowner. Make sure you understand the implications of that, what's involved, and how you can still look for that elusive cash buyer while accepting a subject to sale clause. And I can get into that more, of course. And expect fewer showings. There just aren't as going to be as many people out looking around. And that's part of our job, is managing the expectations about how many showings are we going to get every day, every week. And it's for sure not going to be as many as you were hoping. There just aren't enough buyers around. What about as a buyer now? Work with your broker or lender to ensure you're fully qualified. Seeing people getting caught on this because they talked to a lender perhaps, in March, and now they're looking in August. The gap is just too wide. Lots of things have changed there. Stress test change, interest rates go up. It just means you have to qualify it higher. So don't make the mistake of going out as a buyer unless you're recently fully qualified. Save yourself a lot of grief on that. I also think it's a good time to be a move up buyer. If you have a home that's $500,000 to $600,000 and you want to sell it and move up to a home that's $800,000 to $950,000, you're going to see more price reductions in that higher end, I believe, and still demand in the price range that you're selling in. So moving up could be an option for you. How about as a seller? What do I think? Number one question we're going to see people today: how important is it that your home sells in 2022? It's already August now, and we know our days on market. That means how long does it take to get an offer? We're now up to 30. We were at 10 and 15 and 21, now 30, probably going to hit 40 days. So if you're looking ahead, it doesn't take long before you're into September, starting to see completions in November. So if it's important that your home sells in 2022, you want to be priced accordingly. And second thing is, expect low offers. Buyers are worried about overpaying for a home. Now, talking to another colleague, even after a price reduction, the buyer is going to say, hey, do you think we can get it for 25 less? Even though maybe the price has just been dropped 2 or 3 times. That doesn't mean that you have to accept that offer, of course, but do expect to get a low one. And don't discount a low offer. This is an important thing. Remember, it's not where we start, it's where we end. Lots of buyers want to say, well, let's just try. Let's just try lower. And if you just discount it, you never know, they might come up. And that's my last part here. Work as hard as you can with that first offer. 4 or 5 months ago, there were 6 people in the driveway. If the first one didn't work, you go to the second one. If the second one didn't work, you go to the third one, etc. Today, it's that one person in the driveway. Sure, they started low, but work with your realtor, get them to come up, and then think long and hard before tell them to just go away and wait for another one, because it could be a long wait, and you don't want to fall into that trap. If you have any questions about your own situation, make sure you reach out to us here, Ian Thompson and Associates. Any of us are happy to help. Okay? Have a great day.